Hey guys, day 28 of the 100-day video challenge. I'm out and about. I've actually at a swim meet in Perth, so I am doing a video live from the pool. I'm not actually in the pool, I'm in a corridor, sitting on the ground so I can get some peace. You might still hear a bit of the swim meet behind me though. Anyway, so much to talk about. I'll just start with the first thing that comes to mind, which is, that's loud, isn't it? Which is about death. And I've experienced a lot of death recently in and around the circles that I'm in, and whether it's been a direct reflection or if it's been someone that I know or people who know people. But funnily enough, only on Wednesday night I said to my husband that I haven't really known or experienced much death in my life, and then within a couple of days there has been a lot of it come up. I don't know where to start with this because there's so much emotion involved in death, and when death is involved we just completely lose all concept of life and why we're here, and it's really hard. It's actually really hard. I actually haven't had much sleep because of this, and constantly been getting a lot of information coming through to me around it, and it's there's so many different angles and different ways that you can look at death. First thing that comes up is only just as recently as last weekend, I did actually see something or received information, I can't remember, around the fact that a lot of people will be checking out soon, as in moving and transitioning into new experiences from this human plane, this earthly plane if you want to call it. Little did I know that that would actually be so true. A lot of people are technically leaving for whatever reasons that is. It'll be their own destiny, their own purpose, but the thing is for the people who are left behind, it's devastating, especially the sense of loss, and then also the fact that someone can be here and you can enjoy their company, and they can be gone the next second. I think what that does is it makes us look at ourselves and say, well, in our life we have to appreciate the seconds that we're here and really embrace every second while we're here. And I think that's the biggest message we can get from it, because whatever reason, this bigger picture and whatever the purpose is behind it, I theoretically know that death is a transition, that there is life after death, and it's literally, for those who have passed on, they're absolutely fine on the other side. I mean, I speak to these people, right? So I know they're absolutely fine on the other side. I know the big picture around how lives are chosen and how death comes about. I know all of that, and if I talked about it now, I'd be here forever. But maybe I'll write a book about it. That can be another book. But when it comes down to what it means about us, it does just mean that we have to live every second as if it's our last. You don't know when you're going to see people again and whether you will. And that's where I think it comes back to, this whole thing around planning. Like, why do we plan so much for the future and not really embrace the current moment? Why do we put ourselves through so much stress when the things that we're stressing about aren't actually the things that are important? And as I said, I could talk about the concepts around death and the theological side of death, but I'd be here again for another hour or so. what it comes down to is appreciation of life. And I think when we really look at the only thing that we can get from the concept of death is appreciation of life. And if we can all take that with us, and regardless of how many lives we've had or how many we're going to have, let's just enjoy this one and really appreciate this one, and know that everyone is going to die, and how we're going to die, we don't know. So I think if we can try and eliminate the fear of death, I know we can't eliminate sadness because that's a natural human reaction to not seeing anyone. But I think we could get rid of the fear. That would be good, and replace it with love and joy and happiness, and bringing that into the current moment, and just making this current moment counts, however that looks like, and whatever you want it to look like, because it's completely up to you. And let's just do this, and let's not let the concept of death hold us back from living, because that's what we're meant to do. Have a great weekend, and sending you all lots of love.